Morehouse College. He was in my class.
What?
1946.
Oh, Miss Freeman, that means cause you kind of older now, huh? That was a long.
If he taught Dr.
How
Martin Luther
old?
King
How old are you?
in
How do you
47.
know how old I am? Don't
90.
you know?
Let me see. You
Do
taught.
not
I
taking a
look
guess.
like
You.
I look like a decrepit old man?
No,
You
you
got
don't.
the
You taught for
spirit of a
70
20-year-old,
years,
so I want
right?
to know how old.
What would you say? Just guessing.
I don't want to.
89 to 90.
Yeah, right up in there, because you taught for
85.
Because
Right.
you called
He
me out
taught
before
for
you told
70
me you taught
years.
Martin Luther King.
He taught for 70 years.
June the 27th, 2015, I will be 96.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And you still teaching.
Why not?
And you got
It's
birthday
still
all
cause you
in
see
the
his current
team.
events up there.
What? Should I just fold up and die?
No, stay young. Stay young, Dr. Freeman.
They let
I
you
like
teach that long?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Do you know that
When
you
plan on
in something
retiring?
like history?
When do you
Not
plan on
even
retiring?
close.
He is,
He's
yeah.
really trying to
He
come
taught,
back
if he taught Dr. Martin Luther King, he helped with the great debaters and
And
taught
then you went to
Denzel Young.
African.
You gotta watch
African.
that little one right there.
Tell you how
And he
found
traveled
out
some
that he
everywhere.
taught Dr. King.
How did you find
How?
that out?
We were in Atlanta at dinner with my debate team, and Martin and his entourage came in, and I said to my students, look, that's Martin Luther King. And I felt that I was able to identify him as a person that was to do something for my students. Before dinner was over, he came over to our table, stuck out his hand and said, Dr. Freeman, you don't remember me, but I remember you. You taught me. And he went on to describe the courses that I taught. And I looked at him and I said, I did.
Oh,
I would have started crying.
And from
I
that
would have
point
cried.
on, we realized that he had been in my class and that I had been his teacher. A little bit later, my baby brother, Dr. Paul Freeman, was the conductor of the Czechoslovakia Symphony Orchestra, and he was in Oslo at the time that Martin Luther King received the Nobel Peace Prize. He saw him in the airport, started to speak to him, and then said, oh, no, he doesn't know me, so I won't bother about speaking to him. And he said, well, I may not get another chance. So I'm going up to him and speak to him. And my brother Paul stuck out his hand and said, Dr. King, you don't know me. And before he could finish, Dr. King said, oh, yes, I do. You are Tom Freeman's brother.
Hello. Where now?
I would just
Yeah,
think I'm
Mr.
just,
Freeman.
I honestly would think that I'm just
Too
basically
much.
like too much for anybody, honestly. I would feel like
Go to
people would gravel at my
Africa,
feet when I walk,
Mexico.
honestly.
Well, you have to remember that in 1947, Dr.
Harry.
King wasn't Dr. King. As a matter of fact, he may have still been named Michael. Did his father change his name early, or was it later? He was Michael King. He was not Martin at the time.
He was just a student.
Just a student.
like you. You're going to be great. You're not great
Yes,
yet.
Lord. I am going to be
He
great.
wasn't
Thank
great
you.
then. He was just
Thank you,
another
Dr.
student.
Freeman. I need to hear that from
So every
you.
time he tells us,
Working on an AB degree.
every time that he tells the story, I always have to chime in and tell you how I met Dr. Freeman.
How you met him?
1964, we had a forensics tournament that was held on Texas Southern's campus. And all of the high schools from around Houston would go and compete against each other. And I had I made a speech, and my speech was, and I forget the name, my speech was the 3 P's of citizenship: principle, participation, and I always tell people I've forgotten what the 3rd P was, but I think it might have been preservation. And at the end of the day, Dr. Freeman comes in the auditorium next door, and he makes a speech to us, to all of the high school students. And I get on my little yellow wrong with you? Why are you running in the house like that? I said, Mama, I want to speak like that man. She said, baby, what did he say? I said, I don't know what he said, but I just want to speak like that man. And so ever since then, I've always followed his career for many, many years. If you look sometimes on HCC's TV station, I made a documentary of him, and you may get a chance to see that sometimes because they still show it off and on.
Dr. Freeman, how many debates have you won in your whole 72? I can't believe you're
Well, you
96.
look around here, you'll see trophies, and the answer would be thousands. I haven't counted them.